Hey, greetings fellow nerds. I am a nerd fighting fat and this is my weekly fat fighting update. My name is Mark. I'm currently at my home in Lehi, Utah, which is just a little bit south of Salt Lake City. I've been big my entire life and I'm trying to change it. And what I'm doing is I'm doing alternate day fasting, I'm exercising, doing a lot of swimming, trying to do some walking, some Oculus Supernatural. I'm watching my sugars, especially high fructose corn syrup, trying to eat lower carb, and this is my update of my 48th week of Mounjaro to help control my diabetes and also to help with weight loss. And I'm currently on the 10 milligram pen. Now I do have an appointment tomorrow, so hopefully next week that will change to 12.5. So I think it's time. It's probably past time. Anyway, this has been an absolutely my life is just crazy and it's continuing. I had another crazy week. You guys remember I was supposed to go to DC with we wanted to take my girls to see, Gettysburg and Washington DC and the Philadelphia and those kinds of things, and got on the plane and sat there and they came on the intercom and said, yeah, there's just something they want to check out on the plane. One of the instruments isn't working right. And well, you guys probably saw the news headlines. Crowd strike. So essentially what happened was there was an update that got pushed out on this security software that a whole bunch of people use. So there's hospitals that use this that were having issues. There's other institutions and all the major airlines, with the exception of, I think, Spirit and Southwest, who are just way behind and I think they're still running like an old version of Windows. Anyway, they were all using this CrowdStrike and it messed them all up. So after sitting on the plane for 2 hours, and it's not my favorite thing to get on the plane in the first place, but we sat there for 2 hours. Then they had us get off the plane. Then we sat in the airport for 4 more hours before they finally canceled. And so then we went home and they put us on a flight for the next day, but then flights weren't happening then, so we just canceled, and then we couldn't get our luggage very easy because their systems were still struggling, and they continued to struggle days and days. I'm glad we didn't keep trying. But the hotels wouldn't refund our money. We didn't have travel insurance. So anyway, it's just a big old mess. So anyway, I ended up doing a bit of a staycation, and we ran a bunch of Jeep trails. But not traveling. Had a little bit better week. For the weight loss, at least. So let's talk about the numbers. So that's my personal results for the week. I lost 5.2 pounds. So I'm back on track after the whole Mexico thing. So my current totals are, while on Mounjaro, I have now lost back up to 61.8 pounds. So far this year, I have lost 30.6 pounds. So, 7 months into the year, roughly. So I'm on track for maybe 50 for the year. So hopefully I can pick that up a little bit, especially once I titrate up. My total weight loss since I was first diagnosed with diabetes, and really tried to find just some lifestyle changes that I could do to permanently fix this. I'm now down 144.9 pounds. So going in the right direction a little bit. Still a long ways to go. I'm still over 400 pounds, so, but making progress. My glucose levels for the week, I can't really tell you because I had a malfunction on the CGM, and they're funny because, like, if it gets scraped off your arm, then it's my fault, but a couple times I've had them actually just quit, and people say you can call them and they'll replace it or something, but I'm just not a guy that likes a lot of hassle. And it's not like life threatening for me, so I just kind of roughly go a week or the remaining, because each one lasts for 2 weeks, so I just waited until my 2 weeks was up and then I put on a new one. So I just put on a new one a day ago. So for this next week, I'll have that information. Symptoms. So I took a shot just before I got on the plane last week, and the plane that never flew. Anyhow, then the next day, since everything got messed up, we were just hanging out, and so we went to a movie, and I ate some popcorn. And then my wife, her family was here with us, and since her folks were going to be traveling with us, so they were here, and we just needed to get some food because we hadn't really planned on any groceries or anything, right? We thought we were going to be in back east. Anyway, my wife wanted some pizza, so then I ate some pizza. Now, the best way, if you guys are using this to give yourself bad symptoms, is to take a shot and then give that an oily food chaser. So oily foods like butter popcorn or pizza, I have found give me the worst symptoms, and I had both. So I had some pretty good symptoms. So I spent a little bit of time in the restroom. But honestly, that's my own fault. So that totally my own fault. So anyways, so now this last shot I've taken, because that was like a full week, and then it's been a couple days. I haven't had any symptoms really yet. So anyways, gotta be careful about eating those oily foods after you have a shot. So, but good week, you know, lost over 5 pounds. I can't complain about that for a week for sure. All right, so this week, our fat finding tool. So after we went running some trails with the Jeep, my wife and I went to a gas station to get a drink and a snack of some sort, and I wanted something healthy, and they didn't really have like anything fresh at this gas station, and I was kind of tired of seeds and nuts, and I was looking at jerky, and you know, why do they put all that sugar in? Some of these had like 15 grams of sugar in the beef jerky. It's like 15 grams. I mean, it's just insane. It totally negates the whole point of having jerky instead of something else, right? Anyway, so I found this brand after looking around, that they had this one brand that had it actually has 0 sugar. So they have a grass-fed beef stick and a 100% natural turkey stick, and the beef has 8 grams of protein and 80 calories, and the turkey has 8 grams of protein and 50 calories. So there's no sugar, and you know, the protein's a little bit less on the turkey, so the calories are a little bit less on the turkey, so you know, there's probably going to be some less fat in here, and there's some ingredients if I got my old man reading glasses out. But I tried the beef one. It's not bad. It's not as good as like Duke's or one of those guys, but it was pretty good. I mean, and so for a snack where you can you know, just get this at the gas station and feel good about what you're eating, it wasn't bad. But let's go ahead and try this this turkey one. So funnily, I think I actually like this one a little bit better than the beef. Oh, my puppy smelled me open a meat product. Not bad. Anyway, just, you know, just something to do, like when you're out traveling. If you're gonna get some kind of a jerky product, look at the labels, because it's crazy. I don't know why they put all the sugar in them. I don't know why I mean, I can see maybe 1 gram or 2 grams, but like 15 grams and 1 serving of jerky, and this bag had like 2 or 3 servings in it that I was looking at. I mean, you might as well get a candy bar at that point. So definitely appreciate the companies that try to provide a little bit of a healthier option there. So good stuff. Okay, so for the fat fighting food for this week, I just wanted to show you guys my garlic harvest. So I've showed you guys the plants before, and if you remember, so this is hardneck garlic. So what you have to do is you plant this in the fall. So probably October is probably the best month for here. I mean, it varies depending where you're at. But you plant this in the fall, and then it comes up in the spring and it grows, and then pretty much in around the start of July, it's ready to harvest. So I harvested this, and so here's a photo. You can see this is what it looked like when I pulled them all out of the ground. And so I tried a bunch of different varieties. So I didn't get a ton of any one specific variety, but some of them definitely grew a little bit better than others. And then I've got this other photo here, and this shows after you pull them out like that, I let them dry. And we have an advantage here because the air is so dry in Utah, especially in the summer, that it's not humid, so it's really easy to dry your garlic. Anyway, so I just put them on this thing in the garage out of the sun and just let them dry, and this is the finished product. So you can see the types there by them all cleaned up, but the big giant one there is I grew a type called red chestnut last year, and none of them were that big, and I missed one in the ground or something, and it kind of volunteered itself and turned out to be the biggest clove I got of any of them. But anyway, the best ones were the German white and the music by far. So I think that those varieties I will definitely try growing again, but pretty cool. So now I've got, and garlic stores really well, so now I've got these garlic that I grew that I can use over the next several months as I need any garlic, and there you go. So garlic has got a lot of good benefits. I'm not going to go into that right now, but just want to share that with you. So pretty happy about that. So that's the update for this week. So getting back on track. I got more craziness ahead though, so I'm gonna have to go to Boise for a couple days in August. Gonna do my best to be good. And then I found out in September I got to go to Thailand for work. That's right, Thailand. So that's a new one for me, and you know, I really love experiencing the cultures. And I've been to Japan, I've been to Singapore, I've been to Taiwan, I've been to Korea, but dang, I hate flying. So this just makes me want to be extra clean for this next month and get as small as I can for that long flight. And so I'm having my lunch right now. So this is just just did a stir fry with 2 cups of rice. So I'm eating half of it. So one cup of rice, and then just some cabbage, Swiss chard, some Asian greens, some carrots, some bell pepper, some sun-gold cherry tomatoes, some scallions, and garlic, all that I grew in my garden. And then I just added some sugar-free stir-fry sauce and a dash of sriracha, and not too shabby. So if you take the time and you plan a little. Oh, and I did add some protein. I added some just some ham and some turkey for protein to this, and also an egg. But if you take the time and you have this stuff, then it's easier to be healthy. So that's why I garden so much, guys. Is then I have this fresh stuff on hand, and I can just pick it as I need it and throw it into something like this. And it's always a struggle. and the hardest thing for me is when I don't plan. And like I mentioned in my symptoms, you know, we didn't have anything planned, and so I ended up just eating stuff that's not as good, and it doesn't help your weight loss, and it doesn't help your symptoms for sure. And anyway, just got to keep on fighting. And again, that's why I like the fasting for the diet too, because you don't have to plan on that. You just plan not to plan, not to eat. So anyways, guys, things are going well. So hope you guys are having success in what you're doing, and keep fighting the fat, guys. Cheers.